up, one already successful town in northern Arizona is looking to improve their economic development. And we have the first in a series of tax tips today that will take us through the filing season. Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Kyle Benedict. Thanks for joining us. Well, our top story tonight, on Thursday evening, Flagstaff firefighters responded to a fire at the Kit Carson Trailer Park on the west side of Flagstaff. They found one trailer fully involved in flames and a burned victim outside. They treated the victim, then the Guardian Medical transported the man to Flagstaff Medical Center. The man was later then taken down to Phoenix to a burn center. Firefighter Dylan Winnicky says it took just minutes to contain the fire.
Our priorities when we arrive on a scene for a fire like this are to make sure it's not spreading to any adjoining structures and controlling exposures, and obviously making sure there's nobody inside or around the fire that's going to get hurt.
A witness said the trailer was supposed to be vacant. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Also this morning, firefighters responded to a Flagstaff motel and found a man in his 70s in full cardiac arrest. They were revived and patient was delivered to the Flagstaff Medical Center as well. The fire department uses advanced life support measures and cerebral cardio resuscitation, which is a new technique that has significantly affected survival rates. CCR is a demonstration project initiated by the Arizona State Medical Director. Well, moving on, economic struggles have been hitting Arizona pretty hard, but Cottonwood has found a way to keep their city up and ready for visitors. NAZ Today's Brooke Cowell went to Cottonwood to learn more about their success.
Cottonwood, Arizona doesn't figure prominently on the map. City fathers hope to change that following a plan they started 7 years ago. Casey Rooney, the Economic Development Director of Cottonwood, decided to work with the city on making the town a more enjoyable place.
People just want to get away from what they're used to, but they want to come somewhere where they're comfortable and it's easy. This is just a really easy place to hang out. There's more to Cottonwood than Old Town, but this just happens to be the cool, walkable, fun place to be. And if you're looking to relocate to a community, you want to have a really good quality of life. Hi.
To improve Cottonwood's quality of life and become one of the most successful towns in Arizona, they stick to 3 main ideas.
The secret to our success, I used to say, was food, wine, and antiques. Now I tell them it's food, wine, and arts and culture.
Even with these 3 ideals, the small town has its challenges.
It just wiped the smog and everything from the mines way back then. It's just wiped out all the vegetation. You know, we don't have the right size population for bringing in the next level of business, but we're heading that direction.
This community has already embellished that path.
Everybody has a story. Everybody's from somewhere different. They're coming in. It's the kind of a renaissance. It's kind of a neat, funky place to be.
Cottonwood looks forward to adding to its rich history and sharing its success. For NAZ Today, I'm Brooke Cowell.
When we come back, find out what one NAU professor does when they aren't teaching in the classroom. Plus, with school back in session, learn why it really is important that your kids get the sleep they need. Welcome back. Well, the sequestration last year has affected timetables for filing your taxes. Today we begin a new series of tax tips to help answer some of your questions. NAZ Today reporter Kimberly Kraft talks to Bill Brunson of the IRS in the first installment about e-filing.
Welcome back, Bill. It's good to see you.
Kimberly, thanks for having the Internal Revenue Service on.
Well, we are thrilled to have you because we want to know what is the best way to file your tax return.
Kimberly, that's easy. Electronically file it. And you can do that by purchasing software from a retail outlet. When you go to a paid preparer, if you choose to do that route, they should offer that as a service. There's even free tax help in the community. If you qualify for it, they will file your return electronically. Or you can go to irs.gov and click on the free file icon where all Arizonans can submit their return electronically online for free. We have an agreement with about 14 different software providers that will give you this opportunity to electronically file your tax return.
Well, that begs the question because some people are very unfamiliar with, they're not computer literate, and that scares them. I can cite my mother. She would never do that. What can you tell these people to offer them some sort of security?
Well, I can say that the system's never been hacked, knock on wood. We've never had a problem with security with an electronically filed tax return. And there are benefits to an electronically filed tax return. It's fast. 48 hours after you submit it, we can let you know that we've received it and are processing it. It's accurate in the sense that the software does the math for you. You can't make a math error, subtraction or addition, and it'll make sure that you have all the attachments and numbers and things that need to go with the return that you're filing. And it's secure in the sense that if you have a refund coming, we can directly deposit that money in your savings or checking account, which means there won't be a check issued, so it can't get lost or stolen or returned as undeliverable. So there are a lot of benefits to taxpayers to electronically file. The IRS predicts that there's going to be about 2.9 million returns from Arizona this year. 2.4 million will be electronically filed. That's greater than 80%. So there's got to be something to it.
That's great. And when we come back, we'll talk about those local resources for help available to people in northern Arizona.
Yes.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
You may qualify for free tax preparation from the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. The site opens tomorrow at the Family Resource Center in Flagstaff. VITA volunteers will be there to help every Saturday from 9 to 3 until filing day. For more information, visit our website at naztoday.com. From tax education now to a different type of learning, one professor at Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff knows a lot about film and media studies, but she also knows a great deal about horses. Melissa Aguilar takes us out of the classroom and to the countryside.
Jana Jones, professor in the communication department, is a longtime horse rider who from an early age knew that riding horses was something that came natural to her and felt special.
I think that I was just interested in big animals that I could communicate with and spend time with, and I like the thrill of riding and going fast and being with them.
When asked why riding horses was so special to her, Jones replied,
I love the animals and I love communicating with them, and I feel like it's just a dialogue between the two of us, and I have to be constantly aware of what they're thinking about, and they have to be paying attention to me too. And together we can have a lot of fun. Being out in the forest and galloping through the woods is really exhilarating and beautiful.
But riding horses is not the only activity Jones does on the side, as she likes the outdoors and creativity.
I practice a lot of yoga, and I like to hike, and I watch a lot of films, and I write as well.
Jones is the first of many talented professors who will be featured this year for their passion outside of teaching. For NAZ Today, I'm Melissa Aguilar.
Well, schools are back in session following a long holiday break, and parents need to remember their kids will perform better at school and be nicer at home if they get a good night's sleep the night before. It may not be the easiest thing to get your child to do, but scientists are finding that putting your little one to bed at a set time can help their attitude both at home and at school.
Sleep is important for everybody, but especially for little ones because it's so important for growth, in addition to learning, concentrating in school, and actually for good behavior during the day.
A recent study in the Journal of Pediatrics found that children who went to bed at irregular times were more likely to have behavioral problems by the time they reached elementary school. Researchers looked at data from more than 10,000 children and their sleeping behaviors at ages 3, 5, and 7. They also looked at comments made by their mothers and teachers on the child's behavior. They found that as they aged, children who went to bed at a certain hour had fewer problems in school than those who had no set bedtime. And when parents switched their children to a more strict nighttime routine, the child's behavior improved. It was another sunny, warm, and breezy day for us here in northern Arizona. How much longer will this trend continue? We'll have your forecast coming up.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea. And good evening, I'm meteorologist Matt Tantow in for Lee Bourne, who's gotten out of town and to enjoy this nice weather we're having across northern Arizona. Well, taking a look at our recap for today, you can see that we topped out at 52 this afternoon. Overnight low 35 this morning, quite warm compared to the average of 17. That is because we saw winds continue to be up above 10 miles per hour overnight tonight. As you can see, nowhere near the records of 1971 for at 62 and 13 below zero back in 1915. Now, as you can see, also no rain in sight, and that is really going to continue to be the story over the next few days. And as we head into this great three-day weekend, ridge of high pressure continues to stay in place over the west and taking that storm track up into Canada. Where that storm track comes back down, here over the Great Lakes, bringing with it very cold air. And as you know, a couple weeks ago, we saw a polar vortex affect much of the central part of the U.S., including the East Coast. That is going to happen again later in the week as this ridge continues to build and we continue to be under drought conditions and fire danger across the West Coast. California actually issued a drought emergency this afternoon today as they're seeing record drought conditions across California and into the Sierra. The snowpack is almost non-existent there and really is creating some water supply issues for the state of California. This is the pattern that is going to stay with us for the next week to 10 days. Though by the time we get to February, there might be a small change in the forecast. But at least for the next few days for us, much of the same. Tonight, a low of 20 degrees, clear with a light breeze. We'll see the sunset around 5:40 this evening. And then for tomorrow, we'll knock it up to 54, sunny and warm. And I think we're going to see that breeze die off by the afternoon in the evening hours. And so I think temperatures will be pretty nice tomorrow, and conditions by tomorrow afternoon will be nice as well. And then across the state, it's going to be very nice. So if you're looking for a place to go for the weekend, man, Show Low, Phoenix, Prescott, Sedona, all 10 to 15 degrees above normal. 69 down in Sedona. Over the next 5 days, nice weather here. Few high clouds come in by Monday, Tuesday, but temperatures are really nice. And right down in Sedona, that is like shorts and t-shirt weather for the weekend. 69 there, teasing that 70-degree mark. And then again, the things change just a bit as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. A few high clouds roll in, and by the end of the week, we'll start to see temperatures dip a bit and head back towards normal.
Man, it just seems like day in and day out, this warm weather is continuing with no precipitation anywhere in the forecast.
No.
Well, tune in to NAZ Today on Monday as we will have a special MLK show for you guys. And in the meantime, if you are interested in participating in some of the events and activities that day, you're looking for something to do, the community is invited to celebrate with Black Student Union on campus. If you would like to join BSU for the march and the day's festivities, they will begin at the University Union outside of the Leader Center at 3 o'clock.
Great program, been to it many years.
Great program. That's going to do it for us tonight. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.